lights, 4 lights, 5 laps. Pause. Go, go, go. And Senna sprints away, but Alain Prost takes the lead. It's happened. Alain Prost has taken the advantage. Senna is trying to go through on the inside, and it's happened immediately. This is amazing. Senna goes off at the first corner, but what has happened to Prost? He has gone off too. Well, that is amazing, but I fear absolutely predictable. Coulthard gets away. Schumacher tucked up behind him, and straight into the barrier goes to Benetton, and there's a Ferrari down there as well. It's Schumacher. It's Schumacher. Incredible. And Fisichella. Great start by Eddie Irvine. Villeneuve. Look at Villeneuve. And into the wall. Who was that?
Coulthard in the wall.
David Coulthard into the wall. Will stop the race.
They'll have to red flag this.
Terrible. Look, this is quite appalling. This is the worst start for a Grand Prix that I have ever seen in the whole of my life.
And out goes Piquet. My goodness. It seems that the Brabhams are fated, and he has hit Eliseo Salazar, and he's furious. The Brazilian and the Colombian driver, I couldn't help it, said, and take back. Oh my goodness. Well, Nelson Piquet, understandably livid with rage.
There's no tyre. Right rear, I beg your pardon, there's no tyre here.
I've never seen anything like it. There's no tyre to put on.
Oh, I thought we had one when the race started, he's saying. Well, this is ludicrous. This is
Now
blown
we're going
it.
to have a committee meeting about it. Stick it on and send him out.
Well, this has blown it for Irvine, blown it for Ferrari. I don't know what's happened, but there was a major misorganisation problem there.
And Prost has yet to take his fellow Frenchman, René Arnoux, who says, the reason I'm going so slow these days is that I'm used to turbo cars, and these normally aspirated engine cars are a very different kettle of fish to drive, he says.
And all I can say to that is...
So, anyway, there goes Arnoux.
Oh, God! Michael Schumacher hits David Coulthard and is out of the Belgian Grand Prix. Maybe he should have been a bit more circumspect about trying to pass him, but he is out. And Mika Häkkinen, in the nicest possible way, will be delighted. Now, what is he up to? He's storming down the pit lane, presumably to go. Look at him! He's saying, "I'm going to the stewards." James, can you enlighten? He's going to Coulthard. He's going to have it out with David Coulthard. And he's going for Alboreto. He's taking Alboreto. Nigel Mansell is in 3rd position. He's gone up from 7th to 6th, to 4th to 5th, and now to 3rd. And this is lap 23.
Oh, that's Häkkinen spinning.
Häkkinen, the race leader. He's out of the race. Mika Häkkinen retires on lap 30. And Heinz Harald Frentzen leads. And this could blow the World Championship wide open. The Italian Grand Prix has gone mega. This is the opportunity that Senna's looking for, and he's going through. Out! Oh my goodness, this is fantastic. They meet. This is what we were fearing might happen during the race, and that means to say that Prost has won the World Championship. Alain Prost, World Champion of 1989. And there we are. There is the... Now, if Alesi has run out of petrol, and you can see by the body language of the Benetton mechanics that they are absolutely furious, because they know that Alesi has been told to come in lap after lap after lap, and what does he do? He ignores them. Oh, Jean, you may well look a bit worried. You've got a major problem, Sunshine, when you get back to the pits.
That's Piquet! You've joined us at a tremendously dramatic moment, because Piquet is clearly out of the race into the Armco. My goodness, what excitement at Monaco!
And into the pit lane. Oh, my goodness! David Coulthard smashes himself out of the Australian. I have never seen that before. He comes into the pit lane and into the wall and blows his chance of winning for Williams. 7th position, Philippe Strait. 8th, Riccardo Patrese. 9th, Gerhard Berger. And off speeds Piquet. Wow-wee! And look at that! Out that and colossally, that's Mansell. That is Nigel Mansell, and the car absolutely shattered. He's fighting for control, and you can see what's happened. Mansell is out of the race. Now, this could change and will change the World Championship.
See, Hill comes out of the pit lane, Villeneuve comes up. It's going to be very, very close into the first corner.
And that Damon Hill takes the lead and stays ahead of Jacques Villeneuve. Well, you can't be much closer than that. And Villeneuve realises that now he's got to go for it because Damon Hill's tyres are not as warm as Villeneuve's are. There's not a lot of difference in it, and Villeneuve fights and retakes the lead. Fantastic! Absolutely incredible. The gloves are off their teammates, and great mate, and off goes Villeneuve, and he gets on the course back in front of Hill, and he manages to block his teammate because that was Damon's opportunity. He wasn't able to take it, but now Hill can push very hard indeed, and he's trying to take him on the outside. He nearly goes off on the inside of the corner. What a sensational scrap, and remember, this is for the lead between teammates.
Off goes Mika Häkkinen. Off goes Mika Häkkinen out of the race. Mika Häkkinen, the race leader, loses the McLaren and slam bang into the wall. And the Finn is out. No points at Imola.
Now both go out. Senna, Mansell was destined not to finish the Australian Grand Prix, and Mansell is furious. You have destroyed my opportunity of winning the 10th Grand Prix of the year. Nigel Mansell's body language saying a mixture of resignation and fury. And Mansell going round the outside. Incredible! Up into second place. He's regained that second place, and now he's fairly rocketing away from Berger on the last lap in Mexico.
Coming up to turn one, and Schumacher's got somebody in the way. Brilliant! Absolutely brilliant! David Coulthard timed it to perfection. And Ayrton Senna has already got his shoulder straps undone, and you can see that this usually totally unflappable, imperturbable Brazilian is for once absolutely beside himself. Look at him, both hands waving with joy. There goes Prost off, as did Arnoux. My goodness, what about Patrese now? That tells you how wet it is.
Well, Riccardo Patrese now has all the pressure off. He only has to cruise around the finish, and he's sliding and he's lost it.
Didier Pironi leads and Patrese is stalled. Numero uno is the signal that he gets from the marshal. Into the tunnel for the line. Is that Pironi stationary? It is! My goodness! The third leader in 2 laps. And that is De Cesaris's car. But De Cesaris would have taken the lead when Pironi... So that means to say that Derek Daly can win this race. There is Derek Daly coasting to a standstill. This is unbelievable. Well, Prost led and went out. Patrese led and went out. Pironi led and went out. De Cesaris led and went out. And now Patrese is coming in to win, without a doubt. Who could have said this? He's going to win the Monaco Grand Prix despite having spun off. Riccardo Patrese comes up to the line to win his first Grand Prix. He takes the checkered flag and wins. Certainly the most eventful, exciting, momentous Grand Prix I have ever seen. And Pironi's thumbing a lift, would you believe? Well, there's sportsmanship for you.
Damon Hill takes the checkered flag, but we wait for Michael Schumacher. Aggregate time, I remind you, is what matters. Here is Schumacher. Now he's got somebody in front of him. Is he going to be delayed? 3.36 seconds! Damon Hill wins the Japanese Grand Prix and takes his 6th win of the year to close the World Championship gap between himself and Michael Schumacher to one small... Mansell goes ahead of Alesi and he's done it on the track. He's not going to do it on aggregate, but Nigel Mansell puts his hand out of the cockpit and says, "There we are, folks. I'm back." Well, Well, once again, as the Union Jacks wave and the crowds roar, Nigel Mansell has demonstrated psychological superiority over his double world champion teammate Nelson Piquet. It's just the left, the right, and now Nigel Mansell, winning the British Grand Prix for the second year in succession, can see the checkered flag. Out it goes. Mansell has won the British Grand Prix, and the British crowd break ranks. They're marvellous at this, and they will go back to their positions after this race and before the next one, and I can think of no other crowd in the world that would do that. Nigel is not going to be allowed to get back to his pit. Amazing.
And a brilliant race for Michael Schumacher, who exits the chicane for the 53rd and last time to win the 2000 Japanese Grand Prix and the World Championship for the third time, to give Ferrari and Italy their dream. And look, he knows it. He is absolutely beside himself with joy. His ultimate dream has been succeeded. He can now let the emotion flood. This year it is Michael Schumacher. Yes!
They love him and he loves them. And Nigel Mansell comes out of Luffield 1 into Luffield 2, which is the last corner but one. They're breaking ranks. The Union Jacks are waving, and Nigel Mansell wins the 1992 British Grand Prix in terrific style.
And that is
Villeneuve, it's Villeneuve. Jacques Villeneuve is out of the race. Damon Hill is the world champion of 1996. This is going to be a mighty emotional occasion for a lot of people, not the least of whom is myself. That is his wife, Georgie. She's seeing her husband become world champion. Damon Hill exits the chicane and wins the Japanese Grand Prix. And I've got to stop because I've got a lump in my throat. Forgive us, please, if we feel very emotional, because that's our boy.
And our great congratulations today in the area to Victory Bridges, winning roses by the